Hi guys, thought it was about time that we did an update on our dark project. So without further ado, here she is. So what's changed since we did the last video? It seems like an eternity since the last video, and it kind of is. It's 3 years ago. Well, there's quite a bit, and then again maybe not so much, I don't know. Since we've had it driving before, it now drives again, apart from the fact that the back wheels are off it at the moment. But yeah, we spent some time putting all the mechanical gubbins and everything back together, getting the brakes and the steering and the suspension and the engine and everything back in, and it's not a massive amount to have been done in 3 years, but we've kind of got into the American car scene as well since the last time we did anything. So we've had to do quite a lot of work on the two American cars that we've got. I've got a Mustang and Dave's got a Camaro, and we've done multiple engine rebuilds on that and clutches, and we've put a supercharger on mine, we've put nitrous on Dave. So I'm afraid this little baby has been holidaying elsewhere for quite a lot of that time. We have been busy. We've also I've got a little business now where I'm working a lot of the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, particularly during the summer, which means that me and Dave don't overlap as much as we'd like. So there has been progress, and we are determined to finish it. So it'll be lovely, you know. I'm following quite a few builds on YouTube, and they seem to go in fits and starts as well. You know, you get massive gaps between updates, if you like. Same on the forums. If you follow anything on the forums, people are really enthusiastic about one of the builds, and then it all goes quiet for ages. So we are determined to finish this, and we have been doing quite a bit. So the front's back on, but only it's a flip front now. Still wants a load of work doing to it. We're going to cover all that underneath. Looks a bit of a pig under there, but you won't see any of that. That's all going to be covered in plastic to stop any stone chipping and what have you. And the main thing that we're doing now, obviously, this cowl piece that goes in this area here, that's been off for way too long. It's still sat over there, and it's only screwed together, it's not welded. But there's no point putting that on until we've got all the wiring done, because all the wiring pretty much is going to live here, behind the dash, and down here, so it's far easier to get that all connected up, working, and then tidied before we put the cowl piece on. You will still be able to take the dash out when the cowl piece is on, but it's going to be much more fiddly, so we really want it to get all that done first. So what's happened? Well, you can see a lot of the wiring is in, and what we've got working now is we have a working speedo, rev counter. We've got indicators, or at least on one side. We've got oil pressure. We still need to put in water temperature. We have a battery isolation switch here. So without that on, nothing else works. We've got an ignition, next one along. That's the start button. Then we've got fuel pump, noisy. Then we've got the dash, which is separately operated. There is a reason for that. And then the start button. But that's a problem. Never seems to want to start the first time. Switch the ignition off, switch it back on again, and it fires straight up. So something's amiss somewhere, but we need to sort that out. Pump off, dash off. So that's a little problem. It didn't used to do that before. I have no idea why that is now. We've got to do some investigation into that. It's not a major hassle, but it's still annoying. What else? Well, seats in, obviously, to allow you to drive it. The wheels on, steering wheel's on, but that's temporary because we're going to put a quick release on there, just so it's just going to help getting in and out through this cage and these big side pods and everything. Firewall is just about done down there. This is probably one of the major additions. Some people are going to hate that. it's kind of grown on me. We couldn't decide what to do in terms of the engine bay here. Just couldn't come up with a good design for a hood. What do you call it? A bonnet, whatever you want to call it. And basically, we were looking. We were just scratching our heads, and we happened to have this poster in the shop there. So I just came up with the thing, why don't we just put a great big daft scoop on it and just really make a feature of it. We'd always had sort of a scoop or big air intake in mind to some extent. I don't know if that's... We did make a potential piece for it. I don't know where that's gone now. Some time ago, like an air intake that we were going to build in. But what we wanted is to have really easy access to the engine, you know, if we'd taken it on the track and what have you. So we just thought this would be easy because there's just 4 little screws that hold this on, which we may yet replace with Zeus fasteners, quarter turn fasteners, and then from the from the plenum there, we've just got a pipe that goes into there, through the hole we've cut in there, and there's just going to be a decent sized air filter, which is over there. So we've got lights fitted there, that side, holes cut there for the lights to go in. We didn't have time at the weekend to put them in. We're not actually too far away in terms of what we've got to do. The main thing really is to get the wiring finished, fit some sort of tidying up pieces like under the wheel arches. We want to put some screening in, you know, to stop things getting into. You see the main crank pulley is just there, the red coloured thing, so it's really close to the outside. So we want to put some screening in and just protect bits and pieces from any debris underneath the front there. That insulation was a bad idea, but there you go. We'll just cover that up. No one will know. And yeah, get the wiring finished. Which there isn't much left to do in terms of finishing. It's just a case of tidying everything up, spire wrapping, taping it and tidying it up. I'm just working on the electric fan at the moment. I'm just running that through a relay, which is why the fuse box is off. And I've got all sorts of little connections down there to relays and stuff. And 3 relays lying there. Yeah, that. And then we've got to... I've made a panel for the indicator switch, which is going to sit at the side of the battery isolator switch. Made that up out of some little stainless and then brush effected it, which I'm quite proud of. And then there's a fuel, sorry, not fuel. We've got a the fuel temperature sender. Oh, sorry, the dash into thinking it's got a fuel temperature, fuel pressure. Oh. Start again. We've got fool the dash into thinking that there's a fuel level sender, because at the moment when you turn it on it flashes E at you. We haven't got a fuel level sender in our tank, but we've figured out all we need to do is actually run a resistor between the input wire onto the dash and then to earth, and that'll make it think it's got fuel in a tank somewhere, so it won't flash empty at us all the time. So that's easy. And then sort that little starting problem out. No idea what that is. And I think that's about it. So once all that electrical stuff's done, fit the cowl panel on, weld that up, grind it back, and we can start filling. And basically then all the body and everything wants filling, sealing, painting, which will be fun. And other seat going in, harnesses, which we've got all the brackets and everything for. And we're going to drive it somewhere really. So yeah, it's not that far off, but the filling and sanding and painting is going to take a massive amount of time. It's going to be a messy job because neither of us are bodywork experts, so we'll end up putting it on, sanding loads of it off, putting it back on, sanding loads of it off, and Dave did the majority of this of the front here, and that apparently took him hours and hours and hours and hours. So just a case of being patient, which, given how long this has taken to do so far, we should be. Oh, the one other, just looking at the brake caliper there, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to buy, you can buy a banjo bolt, you know, that you'd normally use for the brakes, but it's actually got a pressure sensor in it, so you can use that to run the brake lights, because the third light in on the back is going to be a brake light. So you literally just that just forms a circuit when the brake pressure is on. So you have a 12-volt source through a relay, and then when that detects pressure, it will activate the relay, and then that light will come on, and the one that goes in there. So that's it basically. Yeah, we're going to can't do any work on it next weekend or the weekend after, because Dave's on holiday. So I'm just trying to do a little bit at nights, just trying to get this wiring sorted out, and maybe I'll cut a hole in the dashboard and put that panel in. So yeah, I will do another update. I'll not wait 3 years for it. Cheers guys, bye.